The next thing that you can do with your worship culture is pretty much spelled out in that worship course, the worship number one course. You have to continue to talk about the attitude of a worship leader as one of being the best man at the wedding. You have to, because it's so appealing to people to see a stage, to see Instagram, to see people platformed and be famous, and there's an opportunity that you hold the gateway for, to the stage and to the microphone and to the the platform, and you really have to protect people from who they could become if they got that right. If everything went according to their plans and they got to sing every week or to play every week and got solos and whatever and got signed a publishing deal and got famous and were discovered through your youth group, would that be a good thing for them or not, right? And that's not the goal. That's not shouldn't be something that anybody on your worship team is considering, or at least not on the forefront of their minds. The most important thing that they are doing is leading the church in worship. They are being lead worshipers. And so their goal, their ultimate joy, is to get out of the way and for people to see Jesus. And that's something that's really easy to say and really hard to do in your own heart. So how do you do this? How do you continue to say the same thing over and over and over again? I found that one of the best ways for me is to have a weekly prayer time, and it can be really brief, but what we've found is that our people actually do want to share prayer requests on the worship team. And so after our worship rehearsal, not right before we lead worship on this service, because that's always a really crazy time, but right after our worship rehearsal, we'll sit down, share prayer requests, and then we'll pray. And whenever I pray at that point, I probably won't go right into the prayer requests. More than likely, what I'm going to say is, Lord, we just thank you. We recognize who we are. We recognize that we are leaders in the church, but we are also part of the church. And our greatest joy is for you to be glorified. Father, may we get out of the spotlight. May people see you this week. Like that's a normal prayer for me every week. And I can say it in the same words. I can say it in different words, but every week, pretty much, I'm saying something about making sure that God is the focal point and the absolute center, and he is the target that we are aiming for, not ourselves, not our own talents. And I've even chosen not to sing some songs that I know I sound really good on, and songs in keys. I don't pick the keys according to what sounds good for me to sing. I try to pick the keys that I think that my church can sing really well. All of that to make sure that I'm serving the people there and I'm one of them, right? And so I'm a lead worshiper, not a worship leader or not a song leader, right? That's not the goal, to lead songs. The thing is that leading worship and being a lead worshiper can give you so many of the skills that you need in order to be a great song leader or song singer, or put things on Instagram or whatever. And that's all fine and that's all good. And you can even encourage that on your worship team to be like, hey, y'all get on your social media and blast covers of the stuff that we're doing this week. Go for it. But when it comes to leading worship, something should be different. Something should change. Something in your heart should shift, where you're serving the people and you're serving the Lord. You're offering your body as a living sacrifice, and your ultimate goal is to see him glorified, not yourself elevated. And so continue to talk about that and continue to chase after that type of culture.